In our work with heritage knowledge on action learning pathways to more sustainable lifestyles, one of the most recent developments in Southern Africa has been the assessment of significant learning. And the question is, how do we assess significant learning, and what significant learning is associated with an ESD program, particularly one that's built around heritage knowledge and agency of being able to do things in terms of enhancing lifestyle. So, assessing significant learning, my colleagues, Professor Shumba, Caleb Mandikonza, and Hela Lotsa-Sitka, working from the work of D. Fink, managed to develop this sort of flower model, if you like, or an open framework for assessment, which touches on key aspects that we can assess using assessment frameworks that we developed around foundational knowledge, which often tends to be the starting point. Can the learner identify, critique, understand, and describe a matter of concern using systems thinking with in-depth understanding? And then alongside this becomes the application. One of the expansions that occurs is, can the learner analyze, interpret, and apply knowledge to solve problems in relation to matters of concern in a particular context? And of course, the social innovations associated with Indigenous knowledge can be very significant here as they apply in daily life. Next, the integration. Can the learner describe, synthesize, and align different types of knowledges, values, and skills? Indigenous knowledge, scientific knowledge, the knowledge that comes from life experience, in order to contribute to problem solving and change processes. So these three flower petals are really important to both do assessment for learning and assessment of learning. Next, we get human, social, ecological dimensions. Is the learner able to show care and concern for others and surroundings? And particularly with Indigenous knowledge and with the ethic of care associated with handprint care, this is an important area of assessment. And caring and Ubuntu, Indigenous knowledge in particular, can the learner reflect on a situation and show empathy and compassion for self, community, and other life forms? An expanded notion of Ubuntu caring. And learning how to learn. This is one of the most key areas, because with Indigenous knowledge, the learners are able to learn in ways that are meaningful culturally and that relate to the world around them. And these are two dimensions that have been neglected in the inclusion or failure to include Indigenous knowledge in curriculum settings. So is the learner able to critique, evaluate, review, formulate, and generate new ideas and suggestions for change? And in the work on Indigenous knowledge, what we're finding is that this learning how to learn not just what's in the book, not just remembering the facts, but learning how to learn so that you're able to see your learning in the world around you, and learning how to learn so you're able to do something with the knowledge, something positive in your life, enhancing your lifestyle in ways that are meaningful to you, seem to be really important and coming out in this wider view of assessment as the assessment of significant learning in ESD.